Welcome everybody to the Super Adventures of Flash. Here we are on episode 3 of our trip in northern Spain, Portugal, Picos area. And another 189 miles today. We're going southwest. So here today we're sort of, again, mainly coastal, rural roads, etc. Going across the border into Portugal. So here we are. Again, another section of road I've got here for you today. I think it's mainly the N525. Again, because my timings are a bit mixed up on the recordings, it's not giving me the exact time, because if it had, I would have been able to sort of time stamp it to say, yep, I was here in the morning, afternoon, etc. So going by here, I think relatively in the middle of the day, quite short shadows there. So again, we're having a great time, all information here. I've got Dave in front of me again, which again, I think for the first few days I think we seemed to be in this formation search, which was I didn't mind. So here we are. Again, weather brilliant, can't complain, blue skies, nice and hot, just what you want. Tyres nice and warm, and here we are going through a sort of a bit more of a sort of tree-lined bit, nice twisty roads, which again, most of the stuff I think I record with the twisty roads because they're a bit more interesting. There's a couple of little straight bits at some point, but I think it gives you enough to give you a bit of a flavour of the area that we're in. So we went about 70 miles. We've stopped some fuel today. We went cafe stop, which again, there were some seats outside just near this fuel station we were at. Had a bit of a chit chat there where we got moving again. We did another 50 odd miles where we stopped for lunch. And again, I think you'll see some photographs of where we stopped. Nice little town called Picos, I think it was. I think that was the actual stop. Or was that one of the afternoon stops? But yeah, again, just really good time. Good day, no issues. You'll see in a wee while further up the video a little red Renault trying to have a bit of fun overtake us. Got nowhere, but we'll go through that a bit later on in the video. So yeah, we're getting into the meat of the holiday now. Again, very rural. Again, there's only very small little towns that we went through. Again, just sort of, I think we just stopped in them really for the cafe or lunch stops. So on we went. So really getting used to it now, getting to use more of the road, getting more used to, as I said in my last video, getting a bit more out to the right, getting used to actually being on the right hand side of the road, which is great then, because you just feel a little bit safer when you go around some of these left hand bends. You're not sort of sticking your head over the centre line, which is something you should really be doing, not unless you can see through the bend anyway. So yeah, so on we go. I think most people were getting a bit more progressive now as well, so you're a bit more happier staying in this line at the moment in time. So this road's quite high here, beautiful views. Again, one of these you're looking out going, look at that. Favourite things, I think it's a Scottish thing, that it's definitely a Scottish thing. Seeing as the old teapot one says it as well, I'm sort of taking that as a Scottish thing. I've got no excuses for saying it. But here the roads again, just lovely little bends. You can see through most of them today. Again, you could just enjoy the road really. You weren't having to worry about sort of too many blind bends. They're all moving nice and smooth through them. And a great time. still having a bit of fun here, just overtaking a couple of guys that are just going a little bit slower, just so we're still making a bit of progress here. We generally did this, we waited in line for a while until there might have been a bit of a bigger gap. And then we decided again, there was the three of us on intercoms going, right, big enough gap now boys, let's go for it. And obviously neither of the three of us, which was Diddy Dave here, he'd start doing a bit of overtaking and we'd follow him. We're also known as the Three Musketeers because if they knew one was going to go past, the other ones were not going to be far away before we all came past, all in a line nearly, as long as there's nothing else coming our way. So that was our thing for the holiday really. Everybody else gets to know us. If there's two or three of us, that's the sort of thing that we keep on doing. So Dave here, he's trying to look for opportunities to see if there's a bit of a gap as we're moving along. We're always, because there's always quite a few people on these tours, you'll see there as well, as you can see my passport sticking out the top of a piece of paper on my tank bag there. Obviously we're going through Portugal, I think we weren't too sure if we were going to need the passport or not, so it was there just in case. But the reason I've got this piece of paper is because of my really bad memory, that I've got the names of everybody on the tour with what bike they're on, so that it's just something that I can remind myself. I'm behind somebody and go, oh yeah, that's such and such. But it's also quite nice, I've mentioned before, remember to use it when you're meeting them at the port and everybody's just sort of trolling up and you can sort of go beside somebody and you sort of, how you doing, Steve or Bob or whatever, and they're sort of looking at you and going, how do you know my name? It's quite a fun thing to do actually. Yeah, it's a bit of an icebreaker as well. You can say, well, we're on the same tour as yourself. But again, so if you're in a big line as well, and you can sort of say, yeah, they're definitely on our tour, you can have a quick word with them. Get things moving a bit fast. There we are, starting to go past somebody else. I think you'll find these tours, you get the odd person that their lines aren't the best, and they don't really want to follow you, so again, we'll just get past them. Another one. And it's great again, get a little bit of free road in front of you, get a bit of fun then, get a bit of speed up for a few minutes. So there we are. So lunch stop was at Lobios, quite a nice little place, only about 2,000 inhabitants in it. It's in the municipality of Uranese in the Galicia region of the northwest of Spain, obviously, which we were. It's got hot springs nearby, it's got archaeological sites, and nature reserve for those with more time if you want to have a bit of a time to explore the area. But let's say with us going A to B basically, not many times to do anything unless there's something specifically on the route that the tour has actually arranged for you to go and see. It's all fine for me, as long as I get a nice cafe stop, nice place for lunch, and good roads. That's all I need on these sort of holidays personally. And obviously if you get the weather like today, again, another hot one, it's all brilliant. Again, one of these little towns, if you could call them that. A couple of buildings. And again, as you see, there's no cars about, never see any people about. You always find this in Europe for some reason, whether it's they're not out in the heat, but you never see them out and about. They're almost like ghost towns. It doesn't take long to get through them. Eventually get through them here. It's relatively busy in comparison to some others we go through. It's a bit of a dodgy junction coming up here. It's one of these ones that going off in all sorts of directions. People chatting to each other, going right, where are we going? I actually saw the marker just round the corner. You can see them just at the junction, but it's a weird shape, star shape. That's a little bit awkward to find, to know which had priority at times. So, got round it, and we're off on our way again. think the police there, I think that was the only police I think we saw on the whole trip. It's about nothing. And again, you keep hearing this to everybody else as well. It's one of these, behave yourselves in the towns, just do proper speed limits, you're absolutely fine. Out on the national limits. Obviously don't go too silly, generally you're going to be left alone. I heard in somebody else's vlog that they did recently that I think they were encouraged to go a bit faster by a couple of the police on their motorbikes. It's quite funny that. So there's a couple of pictures of our stop, lovely little shady street, again just under shade, fresh air, again just a little light lunch, and off we popped. Again, just more and more brilliant roads. We're getting a bit more higher here, as you can see. It looks a bit higher. Again, it's always, the elevation isn't always easy to see on these with the GoPro, but we were a bit higher up. Got a little bit slightly fresher, which is quite nice. Oh, there we are. There's the Renault overtaking us. Obviously thinking he could make a bit more progress than us, but obviously we just come out of a town, just getting ourselves up to speed here. So it's quite interesting. We're just giving a follow. Obviously I was in contact with Diddy in the front there, and, letting him know. Not that I think he wouldn't have known, because he's always good with his observations, but he was there, and he just crept our speed up, which we were doing anyway because there was a bit of a gap between the other people in front of us, so we just had a bit of fun, just kept him there between us. He had no opportunities to overtake unless he was going to be even faster than what he was actually doing. So I think for the car he was, well, maybe not quite on the limit, but he was going a bit faster than really should be for these conditions. As a motorcyclist says that, but I'm sure we're more capable than he is. But yeah, good fun. So had this for quite a while, kept going, so the speeds rose a little bit, and I think we eventually went into this again, might have been a little village or whatever, and he turns off into this little drive, so he didn't exactly make much progress in comparison to ourselves, but yeah, it was a bit of fun anyway for us. Again, gives a bit of a laugh as we were just sticking at the same speeds he was doing, which was actually quite nice. Enjoyed that. Little distraction to the day anyway for us.
Sometimes you need to go, take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So today we, as said by my passport there, we're getting into Portugal, which is 150 miles into our trip with 50 to go. We actually go into the Penada Gerês National Park, sometimes just also known as the Gerês. I think it is probably pronounced totally different to that, but that's my Scottish pronunciation. Now it is somewhere, it was the only one. It might have been the only one at some point, but where we go in the next episode, there is another national park, so there's two, or maybe there's different levels of them. So just a bit of info on it. It's located in the Viana do Castelo Brago and Vila Real districts. It's relatively new, created in May 1971, and that was due to its national and international scientific interest and the aim to protect soil, water, flora, fauna and landscape while preserving its value to the existing human natural resources. And also education and tourism are also goals of the park, so quite an interesting little area. So yeah, this is the little park we're getting into. We're going to there, quite nice. Again, I think this part, northern part of Portugal, never been in this area before. Obviously, it's not Spain, but Portugal, it's a really nice area to go into. Obviously tomorrow, in riding, we get into the other national park, which is the just find it here, the Serra de Estrela National Park, which is in the highest point of Portugal. I think you get a treat with some of the roads there when I eventually get that on the top. But there's a little bit different to this part, which I think is really good because you'll see that contrast between the two of them, which is always good because not that I think I'd ever get bored with roads like this ever, but it's quite nice to get that little bit different scenery on it. So tonight's destination is Guimarães, which is in northern Portugal, and that's in the district of Braga. So you never heard of it before. It's not until my football team played there a month or so ago I found out a bit more about it, so it's quite interesting that now I'm going back onto this a couple of years later, that I was like, oh, that's where the football team came from. So a bit of info on this. So it's an exceptionally preserved area. It's a historic centre of Guimarães, and it's often referred to as the cradle of the Portuguese nationality. The history of Guimarães is closely associated with the creation of the national identity and language of Portugal. The city was the feudal territory of the Portuguese dukes who declared the independence of Portugal in the mid-20th century. So there we are, bit of interest there for you. Again, stolen copies from Wikipedia there, but I think it's quite good. It's a beautiful place, and you'll see some of the photographs at the end. Really lovely place to go and have a wander about, which we did. So it was founded in the 4th century. Guimarães became the first capital of Portugal in the 12th century. Its historic centre is an extremely well preserved and an authentic example of the evolution of a medieval settlement into a modern town. Its rich building typology exemplifying the specific development of Portuguese architecture from the 15th to the 19th centuries through the consistent use of traditional building materials and techniques. This variety of different building types documents responses to the evolving needs of the community. A particular type of construction developed here in the Middle Ages was used widely in the then Portuguese colonies. It featured a ground floor in granite with a half-timbered structure above, a technology that was transmitted to Portuguese colonies in Africa and the New World becoming their characteristic feature. So honestly, really good, beautiful place to look at, sit out in. Fantastic. So the historic centre of Guimarães is distinguished in particular for the integrity of its historically authentic building stock. Examples from the period from 950 to 1498, 2 anchors around which Guimarães initially developed, the castle in the north and the monastic complex in the south. The period from 1498 to 1693 is characterised by noble houses and the development of civic facilities, city squares, etc. While there have been some changes during the modern era, the historic centre of Guimarães has maintained its medieval urban layout. The continuity in traditional technology and maintenance and gradual change have contributed to an exceptionally harmonious landscape. I would second that. Again, one of the most beautiful sort of towns we've been in. And in evenings, there was a great buzz about the place. Lots of little lights going about, little people selling lights on sticks. You see in one of the photographs. There's a massive outdoor square that was pretty much lots of covered areas in it. And I'm sure there was a film actually being played. They had a big screen, so it was like an outdoor screening of a film. So that again just led to a lovely atmosphere for us to sit out in. I say there was all the little squares as well that you could just sit about, so it wasn't just like the one area, so you could go to different places. So again, really great. So again, road's still winding along here. Again, making a nice good bit of progress, enjoying the views, just stunning yet again. It wasn't too hilly this time, we weren't seeing huge elevation changes, because I think we're drifting up so far. So it was just all about the bends. Again, decent road surface most of the time, a couple of little bits you had to watch out for, but again here there's a really nice fast bits, so enjoying it. So we're getting a bit closer now to the hotel in Guimarães, and we'll look forward to our evenings, which was right in the pretty much centre of Portugal. And I think we noticed this at the first stop in Portugal, how many sort of towns had sort of like cobbles as pavements, roads, etc. It's quite surprising how much. And I think because there's limited space in these areas, which is quite unusual in a lot of places we went to, that there was, I don't know if it was this one, it might have been this one, that garage was actually away from the hotel, and a little tight turning into it as well. So you had to try, we're all on a line, going at like 2 miles an hour on these cobbled streets, then get to this garage where a tight turn, maybe there was a bit of a tiny ramp up to it, and when you're on a bike that's too tall for you, it was a bit nerve-wracking to say the least on it. But yeah, albeit safely, nobody dropped their bikes or anything like that, but it's one of these things where you're going into an engine's the first time and there's everything there just to put you off on it. But yeah, we all got tucked in safely, and there was all really nice safe areas to put our bikes on their lock and key, which was good, and got into the hotel. So again, brilliant day. So this day, I think because it was such a built up area, there was no drone footage. Some people may say yeah, but you know, I couldn't get it on every day, but the next day, extra bonus amount of footage, I think, because we did some on the ride out and on the day we were at the hotel, so there's some bit more interesting stuff there anyway. So here we're at Junction, again well marked this time. I think I was mentioning there to Builder Bob, first time we've seen him on this one. He got stuck at that junction. Now sometimes you had long stretches and obviously drop off section, and obviously some people not going at the same pace as everybody else, so there's sometimes a big gap before the last person came through, which on a nice hot day was great to be sitting there, not so you just hope you didn't get stuck there for too long before it was all over. So yeah, so we all got safely, and again on this trip there was no incidents, not like my last vlog, which was for 2019, where somebody didn't come home. Well, he did get home, but it was on an airplane. Whereas this one, there was no issues whatsoever. We managed to stay on the old shiny black stuff. So there we are. So we're just about at the end now. Appreciate you all watching to the end on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed some of it and some of my rambling on. Please do leave me a like. Please subscribe if you want to see the rest of the series. We do get some nice roads on the way there, which is pretty good. So I shall say my goodbyes now. A few wee photographs at the end and little credits. But that's it. Thanks for watching and listening, and catch you on the next one.